From Chamber of Chills number 7, April 1952. Get ready for eternal terror. Professor Bartok, an insane scientist, defies ancient curses and delves into a mysterious temple seeking eternal life.
The horror unfolds.
Heavy, dragging footsteps echo through the corridors. Mummies emerge, carrying steaming bowls of the mysterious liquid. Bartok is trapped, wrapped in gauze, and mistaken for one of them. Will he escape, or become doomed to eternal darkness? Find out if you dare. The Dragging Death on Chamber of Chills.
The darkness of 3,000 years was pierced by the lone light of a trembling torch. Mad am I. I'll show them how mad I am. The trembling torch was held in the bony hand of Professor Bartok, an insane scientist who claimed that the secret of eternal life lay in this temple. Bartok has disregarded all warnings from fellow scientists and natives alike about the temple's curse. Ha! No idiotic curse about walking mummies will make me pass up the greatest discovery of all time. The wet, slimy, glistening walls of the temple threw back Bartok's words, and the echo died in the many passageways. On and on pressed the professor, the one thought that somewhere in the temple lay the secret of eternal life driving him on. Then, as suddenly as a thunderclap, heavy, dragging footsteps boomed in a corridor adjacent to the one Bartok was in. The very walls began to shake. Good heavens, what is it? This tunnel seems to lead into the one the noise is coming from. I had better hide. Professor Bartok slipped behind a huge mummy case as he put the torch out. Moving closer against the wall, he felt his feet become tangled in rags. Instantly, Bartok knew that the rags were really gauze, the material used to wrap mummies in. Quickly, as an extra precaution against being seen by whatever was coming, he scooped up the gauze and wound it around himself. Then, with the awful moaning and screaming came an eerie yellow glow. It seemed to surround several figures who moved slowly along the stone floor. The figures were mummies, and each carried a steaming bowl in their hands. In these bowls there bubbled a mysterious liquid, the liquid of eternal life. Bartok, through a slit in the gauze, saw all that was happening. His blood began to flow through veins frozen with fear. Then the mummies stopped, formed a circle, and began a series of ceremonies. Placing the bowls in front of them, they began to throw their arms in the air and scream spine-tingling chants. Professor Bartok felt as if he were in the pit of hell. For hours, the mummies continued their rites. Then, when dawn began to push back the evil night, they stopped. Picking up the bowls, they began to slowly file out of the tunnel. Bartok, his feet racked with pain from standing so long, sobbed a sigh of relief. But just as he was about to move, one of the mummies returned. The mummy was coming towards him. Bartok could not move. His feet had become stone stumps of fear. The mummy had reached out and grabbed Bartok's arm. It was pulling him with it. Then the horrible thought stunned Bartok's mind. What had happened was that in the yellow glow, this mummy had noticed Bartok, and, thinking that Bartok, wrapped in gauze, was like itself, had come to get him when it discovered he had not followed them. In a trance, Bartok let himself be led by the mummy. If he tried to run, he would be discovered. If he didn't, he would be sealed up with the walking dead. Ahead, he saw the other monsters drinking the liquid from the bowls. That was eternal life. In seconds, he would be drinking the liquid. In seconds, he would be a mummy.